Hey everyone, welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, where we take 5 minutes to close out our week in the Word of God. Today we're going to take a look at Psalm 29 as we kick off 2023 in the Word of God. Ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf, Sirion like a wild young ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oaks and strips the forest bare. All in his temple, all cry glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as king forever. The Lord gives strength to his people, and the Lord blesses his people with peace. And I share that with you today because as I was getting ready for this week, I was praying and reading and looking at the readings this week. If you follow the church years, all about the baptism of Jesus, and just thinking about, God, what do you want us to carry into 2023? What do you want us to take with us? What do you want to be on the forefront of our minds as we prepare to live Christ's love for our family, community, and world in this brand new year? And as I was reading these things, reading about the baptism and what baptism means and all that, and looking at this psalm, it hit me, the voice of the Lord. Because in this psalm, David specifically is describing the voice of the Lord as being over the waters, as thundering over the mighty waters. And in David's time in Hebrew culture at that point, the waters, the sea, the ocean, that's a scary place. All right, Israel was not a seafaring nation at this point. All right, that was where chaos happened. That was where the unknown lived. All right, who knows what kind of creatures are in all that we can't see. All right, there was fear associated with the waters. And yet what David is describing here, his first reason for ascribing glory and honor and praise to God is that the voice of the Lord is over the waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. It's in control. It's majestic. It's sovereign. It rules over all. It's capable of all things. And we know that to be true. I mean, you look back in the creation story. What happened in creation? There was literally nothing, right? It's just emptiness. And yet the voice of the Lord spoke everything into existence. The voice of the Lord is powerful. But like I said, this week is also all focused on the baptism of Jesus, where he goes into the water and emerges forth, and heaven opens as the Father declares, "This is my Son whom I love. With him I am well pleased." Again, we hear the voice of the Lord, the powerful, majestic, glorious voice of the Lord declaring a promise over Jesus. But what we know about the baptism of Jesus, as Romans 6 tells us, is that it's a connection point for us. Because Jesus wasn't being baptized because he needed forgiveness of sins. No, he was perfect. He went to be baptized in order to step into that place of a sinner, where a sinner belonged, where we belonged and are commanded to go. We're told, be baptized, believe and be baptized. And yet by being baptized, we are receiving the same promises, the same declaration from the voice of the Father that was declared over Jesus. And so this powerful, majestic, glorious voice is what I want you to take with you into this new year. To remember that just as Jesus was claimed by God, so have you been in your baptism. You've been connected with Jesus, baptized into his death, where your old sinful nature is left in those chaotic, tumultuous waters of the past. And you emerge from those waters a new creation claimed by God, where he speaks over you with his voice. "This is my child. You are my child. You are the one that I love. And with you, I am well pleased." And my hope for you is that you would take those words with you as you enter into 2023, because like the waters for the Israelites, 2023 may be your best year ever. But there's going to be moments of chaos. There's going to be moments of fear. There's going to be moments of brokenness, of uncertainty, where an unknown thing may come out that you were never expecting and you are just left lost. And like, what am I supposed to do? What I want you to remember and take with you is that you, as lost as you may feel in this life, have a very clear direction. You have a very clear purpose, and you have a very clear Father in heaven who with his voice spoke over you and claimed you as his own, who sent his Son into this world to die for you in order to show how much he loved you, and who is well pleased with you because of the righteousness you've been given by his Son. And so as you enter into this year, as you have good days and bad, remember the voice of the Lord is over it all, to give glory and honor to our God in heaven, and to remember that you are his child, you are loved by him, and he is well pleased with you.